All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hustle Podcast. We're in episode 37. My name is John. I'm your host, and we have my co host.
Gabriel Arambula.
And if you guys are new here, what we talk about on this podcast is everything relating to business, mindset, how we can add value to you guys, and also share our collective 25 years of entrepreneurial experience and mistakes. That way, you know what to avoid and you can speed up your process and whatever journey you're on. And for
Today's topic, we're going to talk about seeing and seizing the opportunity.
seeing and seizing the opportunity. For those who don't know, what does that mean exactly?
Oh, gosh. Well,
Yeah.
first off, I just have to put this normal disclaimer out there. As usual, our podcasts, these are not like pre-planned or scripted.
Yeah.
Pretty much off the cuff. Like we literally just came up with this topic maybe like 30 or 45 minutes ago, kind of crossed my mind.
No,
maybe
like
15.
30 seconds ago, bro.
No, but I
Yeah.
thought about like when we're in front of our computers,
Okay.
like maybe like 10 minutes ago, I kind of crossed my mind. But at any rate, right off the cuff, seeing and seizing the opportunity. So you have to see, you have to be able to see an opportunity,
Yep.
right? And that could be an opportunity in business. It could be an opportunity to get a parking spot. It could be an opportunity to get great tickets to a concert. It could be an opportunity to, get the attention of a potential mate. It could be anything. You have to be able to see. You have to know what it looks like. You have to crystallize what that perfect opportunity looks like for you, and it's different for everyone. And I think we've been ingrained to believe that the opportunity is given to those who follow a particular path, which may be true in certain circumstances, but in other circumstances, that path does not map to what is the opportunity or what may be the opportunity for any given individual. And, an opportunity for me may look different than an opportunity for John, just depending on where you're at in life and what your goals are. And, there's so many different aspects to life. But when it comes to really just optimizing and living life to the fullest, it really does come down to basic principles that run across a number of different aspects of our life. And so, let's just kind of pick one out of the air when it comes to like a job opportunity, right? I've hired and recruited hundreds of people, managed people, and presented numbers of opportunities. And there have been times where an individual may have had a great opportunity in front of them, but they couldn't see it, therefore they couldn't seize it, right? And even though you may have a number of outside forces like letting you know, like, hey John, dude, you gotta hop on that, bro. Don't sleep on Bitcoin, bro. Hop on that Bitcoin. It's 2012. Get that Bitcoin, right? And again,
Right.
That's a funny example because of the dramatic impact that something like that has had. But I would, venture to say that the impact that opportunities that we either seize or do not can really alter our lives, man. Like I'll give you examples, bro. Like so many, dude. Dude, how far back do you want to go? Like, what do you want to hear? Because I'm fresh. Like I'm picturing all these things and all these opportunities in life. Okay, I got a good one.
Let's go.
I got one.
Okay,
I got one. So
yeah.
So I first moved to Orange County in about 2002. Okay, and a buddy of mine, my friend Richard, he asked me. Well, I mean, dude, it's so crazy because even how I link back up with Richard stems to me seeing and seizing another opportunity. It's like Richard, I met my buddy Richard when I was 15, skateboarding, And we hung out a little bit around that time, and then time passed. We didn't see each other for a while, and I started putting together skateboarding demos for like skate shops and churches. Like me and my friends, we had mobile
Hmm.
skateboard parks, and we would take the ramps and everything to different sites. And I started to see Richard at a lot of these events, because a lot of these events were at churches. And Richard was a Christian, and is a Christian, and he would speak at a lot of these events, and he would see me, and when we start to see each other again, we started hanging out more. And then eventually, he's like, hey, why don't you move to Orange County? Why don't you move
Hmm.
to Orange County? I was like, where am I gonna live, dude? I think I was living at my parents' house at that time.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, you could just live with me, right? You could live. I don't have a room, but you could live in the dining area. Just put a loft in there and whatever. And I was like, at first, I'm like, okay, that's kind of, but you know what? Why not? What do I have to lose?
Hmm.
What do I have to lose,
What
right?
was
And so
this?
this was like 2002.
Oh,
So
oh,
like,
two.
going back to like the skateboard demonstrations, like, doing the skateboard demos, it was all for free. It was a nonprofit organization we had. We would do those things for free, and it would take a lot of time, but I felt it was an opportunity for me to give to others, to
Mm.
go out there, set up the skateboard ramps so the kids could skate. We'd bring it to churches. We'd bring it the demos that we did for skate shops. We'd get paid on those. For churches, we just charge them costs of like gas and stuff like that, materials for the ramps. But that in and of itself was an opportunity that I could have easily passed on. And had I passed on that opportunity, I wouldn't have reconnected with my friend Richard.
Mm.
Had I not reconnected with my friend Richard, I may not have moved to Orange County. Had I not moved to Orange County, I may have not met the mother of my 5 children.
Mm.
Had I not met the mother of my 5 children, would I be the father to five awesome, amazing, just beautiful, like just tremendously amazing 5 children, all of them: Josiah, Zaya, Emberlyn, Silas, Lyric. I love you. And it's like seeing the opportunity and seizing it. And so, what was I looking for, right? Because again, you have to think, what are you looking for? At that time when we were doing the skateboard parks, what I was looking for, I mean, like, I wanted to find God. And my buddy Mike, oh, bro, this is even going further.
Mm.
My buddy Mike, who I would skate with and party with back in the days and do a lot of bad things with, I all of a sudden started. I would be skating at the skate park, and like he would roll up randomly. I didn't see him for years. He'd roll up. We reunited, and like he would pull out like a little Bible out of his uh, you know, pocket, like a little small mini Bible, and he'd be like, "Yo, Gabe, like, what's God doing in your life?" You know what I mean? And like
Mm.
I'd be like, I don't know, this is what's going on. And he would like read the Bible to me, and like we would chill and hang out, and like I just kept running into him. And then Mike was like, "Yo, you should go to this church on Saturday. We have a skate park. We set up a skate park at the church." And I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll go.
Mm.
And it's like saying yes, and the power in saying yes, and like, seeing the opportunity in that time of my life. That's what I was looking for, man.
Mm.
I was
Like
trying to like,
saying yes, bro. The
yeah,
opportunities.
right?
Yeah, dude. Like, just imagine how many like times we say no to things that we don't want to do. Like, let's say, for instance, meeting people at networking events and then they're asking you to go eat with them, or let's say like,
And then you're shy, and you're
and then you're
like,
shy. You say, "Oh no,
bro,
I have food at home." But then, like, there were a couple of times actually where I would not go to like dinners or like after
yeah,
parties and stuff because I was tired, wanting to go home.
sure,
But then one day I was like, you know, what, fuck it,
I'm gonna start going.
I'm gonna just come through. And then like I didn't want to go, but when I did, I met so many cool ass
You didn't
people.
want the night to end.
Yeah, dude, I was like, holy shit, like I'm trying to stay out for a long ass time, bro. Like we're having great conversations, going deep, laughing, having fun, and then it's like what I found, bro, over
Oh,
time, like even going to networking events too. Like I would have days like when I was in real estate, like last year, after work I would be like going on my phone, going on Meetup, checking out networking events, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, I kind of want to go. There's like a bunch of people there. I'm tired. I don't want to talk to anybody. But then I'm like, you know what? Just go. Who cares? Just go, even though you're tired. And boom, whenever I go, bro, I always meet cool ass people. And
Yes.
like we and like I become like good friends with them, and then we hang out, and they're
Yeah.
part of my network, you know.
Right?
And then it's like even just meeting one person can like is a win.
Oh,
Is a
oh no,
win, dude.
100%. Like that one connection. And it's
Yeah.
like, when we think of our business experience and the partnerships that we have and have had, I mean, they all come from like just that one connection, I mean, looking back at my history and my professional growth and development and every opportunity that I've had,
Mm.
it has all been based on one connection. And just even going back to my friend Richard, when I moved to Orange County,
Mm.
I mean, I moved to Orange County, and then I was working in Ontario at UPS, and then just hanging out with Richard, we ran in to someone that we knew from the Inland Empire, another skater at a skate park,
Mm.
Brian Marcucci. If you see this, Brian, and Aaron, what's up, Aaron?
Shout out Brian Aaron.
Yeah, Brian and Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron actually sells real estate. She kills it up in the IE. Aaron Marcucci.
Mm.
If you guys need a realtor out in the Inland Empire, Aaron Marcucci. She's good. I've known her for like, I mean, three quarters of my life. Good peeps, good family. So, anyways, we saw Brian, her brother, at a skate park, and Richard's like, oh, because Brian worked for Element Skateboards,
Mm.
and Richard's like, hey, yo, Brian, could you get Gabe a job at Element Skateboards? And Brian's like,
What?
yeah, they're actually looking for a customer service rep. And so, like, I think after we were done skating, Richard drove me to Element and Billabong headquarters, so I could talk to the hiring manager. And Richard was he's a retired professional skateboarder now, but he was a professional skateboarder then. So like professional skateboarder walks into like a skateboard company, like people notice, right?
Yeah.
And so like I got that job at Element, right? And then just being out in Orange County and the people we're meeting, that's how I got into the loan business. So it's like
Oh,
all these different
opportunities,
like,
bro.
what if I said, no, Richard, you know what, I'm gonna stay living at my parents' house in Fontana because it was
Damn, dude.
comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I had my own room, comfortable. I don't even know if I was paying rent then, right? What if I said no, dude? Like all these things in my life would not have taken place. And I think a lot of times we could be afraid of the risk. And like we talked about the other day, if we just look at the opportunity and ask, what's the worst case scenario?
Yeah. What's the
What's the
worst
worst
case?
worst
Yep.
thing that can happen is I move to Orange County, I don't like it, and I move back with my parents.
Yeah, that's it.
Worst case scenario, I quit UPS to take this job at Element. The job at Element sucks, and I find another
Mm.
job.
Like,
Right? Worst case scenario, I take this job to be a loan officer. I get my license and everything, and it sucks and I hate it.
mm.
At least I got my real estate license and I got some experience. I get a job somewhere else.
Isn't it cool how like when you go towards like uncertainty, like even though you don't want to do it, you have resistance, but you do it anyway. It always works out for you. Like, bro,
It
that's what I
does,
found too,
dude.
bro. Whenever I'm doing things that I don't want to do and I do it anyway, like that example, right? Going to networking events, bro, it always works out so well,
It
bro. Like
does,
it
bro.
always happens. Like literally, what I thought was the worst case scenario would never even happen. It wasn't even close to it. It's always
Yeah.
above average. It was
Oh
better
yeah,
than I
like
expected.
exceptional, like
Yeah,
exceptional experiences, man. Dude, I was thinking I had this random thought, and so I think I should probably talk about it.
yeah. So
Um, dude, like just talking about seeing and seizing the opportunity. Man, I just like I think about like opportunities in my life that like I could work on in regards to seeing and seizing the opportunity, and like just like with friendships and friends, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like nurturing friendships, it takes work.
yeah, yeah, it does.
It takes work, and like I feel like I've always, how do I say this? Like I don't like, I think there's times where I haven't invested as much as I could have or should have in my friendships. And don't get me wrong, it's like I have, friends that I've known for decades, man, growing up with, and we still talk. I could pick up the phone, and like it's like just like yesterday, and like it makes me think about like, man, I need to do a better job of like the opportunity. Like, dude, how many people could say like I have friends that I've known for over 30 years, dude.
Not a lot,
35
bro.
years.
Not a lot.
35 years, bro. My buddy Pedro. Richard, I known for over like 25 years. I met Richard when I was 15. And so that's almost 30 years, actually. I've known Richard for, like, I was in his wedding. Like, my buddy Pedro, I met my buddy Pedro when I was 9. I still talk to my buddy Lynn. I met Lynn when I was like 13 or 14 at a skateboarding contest. We still talk. It's just, and it's like, man, like we have to be able to see and seize those opportunities in life. And it's like, it's not only business, it's a life. Like, even with family, like I went to my 15-year or my daughter's graduation, eighth grade graduation, right? She's going to high school now, and I initially had planned to go to the graduation, be there, take some photos, and then go back to the office. But my daughter wanted to go eat, and so I was like, you know what? Like I could have easily had let her mom take the kids and go eat, but I was like, you know what? Like I see this as an opportunity to like spend with my daughter. She just graduated last day of school, get out early. I was like, man, that happens once.
Yeah,
I'm
glad you stayed.
Me too,
for lunch
man.
and stuff. I was like family time. Cherish it. It's like,
yeah,
how often
bro.
do you see your kids? Like, you don't see them
It's
too often.
we work, bro. We work a lot, and like, the cool thing is my kids are pretty social and pretty active. They got a lot of friends. They're either at their friend's house, at the beach, going here, going there, and so like they're really active. So that like now at this stage in my life, that doesn't necessarily put a lot of onus on me to be to have so much control over their life. They're pretty self-sufficient and have social lives. So it's like those opportunities to spend time with them are even fewer. And so it's like when those opportunities are there, I have to do a better job of seizing those opportunities. And when it comes to even business opportunities, like those are a little different because you have to assess the risk. You have to be smart about it, but a lot of times you can't wait. Or even job opportunities, like I had opportunities to take district manager roles in different regions, but I waited too long to think about it. Like you have to know what you want, and it's like if I knew exactly what I want, if I had clear goals and I could visualize what I wanted, as soon as the opportunity arises, that's it. It's like the position with the lender, like being in retail real estate and lending for a couple decades, always like thinking like, man, you know what? I would kill it in wholesale lending. I would love it too. It would be fun. I enjoy nurturing those relationships and working hard for individuals and partnering with business owners. And so, when I linked up with the lender, I was like, man, this is it. Like, I know this is a good opportunity. I could have thought about it, had a ton of other options, had a lot of things going on, but I was like, you know what? This is it. This is an opportunity that I want, and I'm going to seize it. And so literally, like when we had the interview with Erwin, our sales manager, and right after the interview, he's like, dude, I think he asked me if I had any questions, and I said I was like, yeah, only question is this, like, what do I got to do to get this job? Like, how do I get started? Whatever.
How can I move forward?
Yeah, and he's like, well, let me get an application. And you fill it out, and he comes in with a paper application, and I'm like, dude, thinking to myself, like, damn, my handwriting is so horrible, right? My penmanship, like my youngest daughter's penmanship. Lyric, shout out to you, babe. Lyric, 12 years old, her penmanship is better than mine. My cursive is actually pretty good, but my like printing, dude, I literally looks like a 6-year-old that just learned how to print, bro.
Mine's bad too, bro. I think they resent me like the digital copy as well to fill it out. Cause I messed
They
something up
reset
and I
it.
crossed it
They
out.
didn't do that to me, bro. They didn't do that to me. I was focused,
Oh,
bro. I took my time and I'm sitting there and I'm kind of nervous and like Erwin's there. He's working on his computer, checking emails, and I'm like sitting there filling it out and I'm trying to think of like small talk and stuff. But I'm focused because I want to make sure it's legible.
yeah.
And but anyways, like I saw that opportunity and like he said it right then and there. So I'm like, well, shit, this is my shot. This
Right.
is my shot. What if I miss this opportunity? And like, and that's just it. We have to know what that opportunity looks like. And I would challenge anyone out there to really think about what you're looking for in life and what that opportunity looks like. And it could be anything. Maybe you just meet who you think is the woman of your dreams and you say nothing about it, or the man of your dreams, or whatever. Like what? Like say something. You know what I mean? Shoot your shot, right? You have the opportunity to engage with a top performer, business person that can drop jewels and just give you that one bit of advice you've been waiting for, and you see them on the street and you don't say anything. Shoot your shot.
Closed mouths don't
Take
get
it.
fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed, right? You're driving
Sitting on the sidelines ain't gonna get you nowhere.
nowhere,
On the
man.
sidelines,
You
take
want to
the
be a
action.
fan or a spectator
Yeah.
or a player.
Be in the trenches.
Be in
Get
the
the
trenches. Get
battlefield.
in the field.
In the field.
Stay active. Like pick up that phone. Make that extra call. Follow up with that broker or that business deal, that decision maker for the 60th time. Follow up. Close that deal. Don't stop. That's what it takes. And that mindset of crystallizing your goals and having the courage to swing the bat when you see that opportunity is everything. And I think in my life, geez, like who knows how many opportunities I slept on,
Mm,
but we can't think about that. All we have control of
the present.
here and now.
Here and now.
Here and now, and what we
Yeah.
do today helps us move closer to where we want to be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have that mindset that is present, solution focused, we will be able to crystallize our vision of what we want, because it's hard to see what you want when you are surrounded by so many different distractions, so many different decisions, challenges, and things of that nature. But when we can step back and take a deep breath and focus on what it really is we want, we're better able to move closer to it and attain it. And it's like, even this morning, doing breath work in the car, I was having a rough morning, and John was walking me through breath work and like a short guided meditation. And it helps. We have to do that sometimes. We have to have a clear mind, right? Our thoughts, our words, and our actions
Mm-hmm.
are all linked together, and they manifest our reality. And so if we can start at the beginning with our thoughts and make sure that our thoughts align with our goals, with our opportunities, and now our speech aligns with our opportunities, and our actions map to the opportunities we want, our reality would soon be the desired opportunity, such as it is for us here and now. And I can speak confidently knowing that both John and I have wanted to do a podcast for a while.
Episode 37, baby.
Episode 37. And this is just in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
37
weeks,
episodes.
That's crazy.
That's over 10 episodes a week.
That's crazy, bro.
It's bananas. I've always had a desire to work at a wholesale bank, and here I am. Right? And it just didn't fall on my lap. It's something that was pursued.
You seized the opportunity. You saw it and you seized it.
I knew what it was. I knew what I wanted. I saw it. I seized it. And so do that. Don't be afraid. Think about what's the worst thing that can happen, and go for it. Just do it.
Dude. There's a really cool decision-making exercise too. Let's say, for instance, you have like two decisions you gotta make, right? Like two
Choices.
whatever. Like what you do is you write down all the pros and cons for each one, and then you look at the one that has you look at the cons first, and you see, okay, like, am I able to handle these cons if it actually happens, right? If you can't, then go to the other one and do that decision instead, right? Whatever worst case scenario you can't handle, don't do that one. Do the other one.
That's it.
And then
100%.
if you can handle both worst case scenarios, then look at the positives. Which one is better? Which one aligns more of you? Take that action. Really cool exercise, by the way.
That's good.
If you do it.
I like that, man. Well, you know what? We should wrap up. I got to head to Long Beach. Got to be there by or before 5:30. It's about an hour and 6 minutes.
Great.
3:46.
This is a good ass pod, man.
I think so, man.
Being off the fly, like we were just talking. Like Gabe said, like 30 minutes ago, he thought of it. I didn't even know what topic we were going to talk about, and then we walked in. We were like, all right, we talk about. Sat down,
hit record,
it, and then we just talked, and it just comes off like naturally, you know. Like,
yeah,
it sounds fun. And by the way, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think, and also share with your friends if you gained value. And that's how we grow the show. And
indeed,
if you're a loan officer or mortgage broker and you want to,
price out loans with us, reach out. Like, listen, we have a ton of products, tons of nuances in our guidelines. We're beating everyone in non-QM DSCR loans, not to mention in pricing, but also in our guidelines, being able to get deals done. I took about 5 loans from another lender just in the past 2 days. So anyways, if you're a loan officer, mortgage broker, listen, I've been doing this since early 2000s, went through a couple cycles and crashed. I know the business more than I'd like to admit. It's disgusting. So call, text, email, DM. If you want to get pricing scenarios, you want to learn about our non-QM, DSCR loans, tap in. If you want to collaborate, realtors, loan officers, hop on the podcast, work on marketing. Like, listen, there's more than enough money for everyone to eat, have seconds, thirds, and dessert. So let's collaborate. Let's get to the table. Let's eat. Until next time, thanks for joining us on the Hustle Podcast. My name's Gabriel Arambula. This is John Tran. I paused. I was like, should I let him talk? But at any rate, all right, we got to shake.
Good shit, bro.